everyone, it's Lena Howland reporting in El Dorado Hills right now. We are right outside of the El Dorado Hills town center right now. We are at another protest as folks are demanding justice after the death of George Floyd. I want to flip the camera around.
You don't get a postman if you don't want to. Just love! Just love!
Just love!
Just love! Just love! Just love! Just love! Just love! Just love! Just love! Like, no, they gotta be held accountable. That's what this is really all about. Just love! No hate! 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 Just love! Like damn near brave. I'm just like united we stand! United we fall! United we stand! United we fall! United we fall! United we stand! United we fall! United we stand! United we fall! United we fall! United we fall! Divided we fall! Divided we fall! Divided we fall! Divided we fall! United we stand!
justice!
No justice! No
Let's see.
Oh, yeah! I am done, but let's talk about something we don't know.
All right, so I'm gonna flip the camera around to take you guys a little bit closer into the town center. Again, for those of you that are just now joining our Facebook Live, we are at the Dorado Hills Town Center, a bigger shopping center, and this is a place where earlier today we found out that the National Guard is here staging just in the event that this takes a dangerous or violent turn. The National Guard is also on site here just to be safe. All of the businesses here in the town center have proactively made their own decision to close for the evening. And again, in the event if things take a violent turn, which we haven't seen, this protest has remained very peaceful. Again, some of the folks that we showed you in that video, this is all part of the younger community here in El Dorado Hills. Every single person we've talked to here so far, they are all local. They live here in El Dorado Hills. They're part of a younger generation in town seeking change. We noticed people of all colors, both white people and black people of all ethnicities out here asking for a change, demanding justice after the death of George Floyd. So I'm gonna flip the camera around so you guys can see what I am looking at. I'm gonna flip it. So this is the El Dorado Hills Town Center. Again, a popular shopping center. And this is where police, the El Dorado County Sheriff's Department, and the National Guard are staging right now to block off some of the businesses here in town. So I'm gonna try to cross the street here. Hopefully nobody runs me over. Okay, so this is where we're seeing some folks from the National Guard and some folks from the Sheriff's Office just keeping a watch on the businesses here in town. And they're also here standing with protesters. They've been very friendly to some of the protesters, even offering some water. We're just doing a Facebook Live for ABC 10. And this is the blockade that you can see into the town center. They just don't want to see any kind of looting or any kind of violence trickle into the town center. So those protesters that I showed you, they are at the stoplight about a block from here. This is where we're seeing the blockade. Some folks from the Sheriff's Department and also some folks from the National Guard just keeping a watch on things. And then these are some of the protesters that we spoke with earlier today. We just came back. We're doing a Facebook Live right now on ABC 10. Hello. All right. And then there we go. Yep. Awesome. So a lot of the protesters we're seeing are standing up at the stoplight about a block away from here, but we do still have a good handful standing with the National Guard and the Sheriff's Department down here in front of the town center. Again, like I just showed you, the town center is completely closed right now. You can see the National Guard staging right there, and you can see the National Guard vehicles right there. This protest has remained extremely peaceful. We haven't seen any issues so far, but still the National Guard is on hand just in case things take a turn. earlier today. She's on the phone right now, so I'm not going to bug her while she's on the phone, but you see a nurse here. She's out here protesting with her daughter. Her daughter is one of the girls holding that sign, waving at us. We interviewed her and her mother here. Her mother is a nurse in our own community. She's dealing with the coronavirus pandemic, but she took a few hours aside to be out here protesting with her daughter. So we interviewed her, and we will hear her story on Late News Tonight at 11. Again, for those of you that are just now tuning in to our Facebook Live, we're at the Dorado Hills Town Center. This is a little shopping center that has chosen to close down because of protests happening on site. Most of the protest is actually happening about a block away from here at the stoplight, although we are still seeing some protesters gathered right at the blockade here. And then those are the National Guard vehicles straight back here, past the Sheriff's Department vehicles. Very heavy police presence, but no issues. Hello. And yeah, I think a lot of people are just happy it's cooling down right now, and it's no longer 100 degrees. So that's kind of a look at what we're seeing. I just wanted to take a few minutes to show you what it looks like down at the town center. We've got a lot of families out here too supporting. All right, and so I'm gonna flip this camera around just to tie things up. We are at the Dorado Hills Town Center talking about the protest that's happening here today. We have officials from the National Guard and also officials from the El Dorado County Sheriff's Department. We are working on this story for Late News Tonight at 11, and we are going to hear from several of the voices that are here tonight. Sort of one of the points that we are hoping to convey with this story is the fact that the protest that we're seeing isn't just in Sacramento. This is happening in the surrounding communities around Sacramento. I was just at the protest in Tracy earlier today, about an hour and a half south from here, and it was peaceful. Now we're here. This protest has remained very peaceful as well. So that's kind of just the recap of what we're seeing. We will bring this story to you on Late News Tonight at 11. We're going to hear from the voices that are here at the protest, again demanding justice after the death of George Floyd. So that's what we have for now, and I hope you'll watch Late News Tonight at 11. For now, I'm Lena Howland reporting for Late News Tonight on ABC 10.